just now, right here, is awareness present? And notice the senses, the sense gates. And just now, right here, what sound? Just now, right here, what sight, what seeing, what color, shape, form. And just right now, just here, right here, what felt sensation, felt sensations in the body, on the body, around the body. And just right now, just right here, the sense world, the sense gate of smell. What scent? And just right now, just right here, what sense of taste appears? And just right here, just right now, what mental sense, consciousness appears? If you wish to move in the one way, if you wish to move in the way of non-separation, do not dislike or reject the worlds of the senses. Indeed, to embrace them fully is identical with true enlightenment. From our theme poem, the Shinjin Mei, trust in mind, faith in mind. I've got another. I'll offer another reworking, working with and being with and playing with another of this new favorite poet of mine, Jan Richardson's work, or blessing poems. And so this one for us today to begin is for us called As a House. Think of this time of practice as a house. Door flung wide in welcome, threshold swept and waiting, a graced spaciousness opening and offering itself to you. Let it be blessed in every room. Let it be hallowed in every corner. Let every nook be a refuge and every object set to holy use. Let it be here that safety will rest. Let it be here that health will make its home. Let it be here that peace will show its face. Let it be here that great love will find its way. Here, let the weary come. Let the aching come. Let the lost come. Let the sorrowing come. Here, let them find their rest. And let them find their soothing. And let them find their place. And let them find their delight. Let them find their home. And may it be in this house, this time of practice, that each moment will spin in beauty. And may it be in these turning days that time will spiral with joy. And may it be that its rooms will fill with ordinary grace and light spill from every window to welcome the stranger home. Let every nook be a refuge, every object set to holy use. Let it be here that safety will rest. Let it be here that health will make its home. Let it be here that peace will show its face. Let it be here that great love will find its way. Great love will find its way. Here, letting the weary come, letting the aching come, letting the lost come, letting the sorrowing come. Indeed, to embrace them fully is identical with true enlightenment. I knew it was somewhere, and I just in time happened to come across it. I think it must have been about 5 years ago now, the last time I sort of dove into Dharma study of this Shinjin Mei, or Shinshin Ming. And it was in preparation for a retreat we were planning with another Sangha. And so I had made some notes, and some of this ended up being used. We drew on some of this as our retreat description that was focused on this poem. And so I got a glance at it. Didn't have enough time to look closely, but we'll see if I can process it in real time to share. It's this trust in the heart mind. It's trust in the heart mind of our shared true nature and becoming intimate with our shared true nature. This starts off sounding like it's like a movie trailer for a new movie. In a world full of division, disturbance, and distrust, in conditions of fear, exclusion, and separation, with rampant, proliferating opinions, how do we meet our fears and vulnerabilities and embody peace? How do we cultivate our natural responsiveness to offer the world love and care? The great way isn't difficult for those unattached to preferences. The utmost way is not difficult. Just be free of preferences. Even in the midst of those preferences, being free of preferences. Without attachment, all becomes transparent. Let go of clinging and aversion, and everything will be perfectly clear. The Shinshin Ming, or Shinjin Mei, trust in the heart mind. Tuesday, I was kind of pointing at this trust being already inscribed upon the heart mind. Hojo-san was also moving into this trust, we might call it, that we discover is present, that rises up when he was speaking yesterday. But this poem, it's an expression of realization, direct expression of realization, but also just an inspirational and instructive practice poem that's attributed to our third Zen ancestor, Seung Sahn, or in Japanese, Sosan. The teaching of this concise poem goes straight to the heart of an aspiration to practice the awakened way, to practice awakening our true humanity, to practice awakening together for the benefit and protection of humanity, and to live in wholeness and harmony with all beings, sentient and insentient. And so while offering guidance through some common pitfalls, the poem, it points the way to embodied, wholehearted, radical acceptance, radical in the sense of to the root. It points the way to embodied, wholehearted, radical acceptance of all we meet in life. Without exception, all-inclusive, embodied, wholehearted, radical acceptance. And it points to this as the fundamental starting point. The fundamental starting point for new possibilities of wakeful living. The teaching of this classic Zen poem, that it's possible to soften into deep recognition of the interconnectedness of everyone and everything. That it's possible to soften into that recognition of interconnectedness. Everyone, everything, all inclusive, no exception. The oneness, the suchness, and become more intimate with it. And find confident trust inscribed within this unified and unifying heart mind being. Here we may realize a great vitality, an embodied immediacy, and a natural responsiveness to offer the world care, love, great bodhisattva love, compassion. Becoming intimate with our shared true nature is to live as life. And there's a phrase here, I think I'm remembering this phrase or something like it. I may have played with it a little bit as coming from the way that Kobun Chino Atagawa, founder of Jikoji Zen Center, he would put it this way. Meeting our true nature, it's not just my true nature in here, like I could dissect it and pull it out, and your true nature over there, and his and her and their true nature over there and there and there, but one nature, one true nature that's shared and taking the form and the shape of here, all of these appearances. Touching that, realizing that our shared true nature is to live as, and here's the phrase, life functioning as wide awake life. To live as life functioning as wide awake life together. This is the way of returning to our tender hearts. And this is the way of restoring the deepest meaning of what it means to be fully human. Restoring the deepest meaning of what it means to be fully human. The great way isn't difficult for those unattached to preferences. The utmost way is not difficult. Just be free of preferences. Without attachment, all becomes transparent. Letting go of clinging and aversion, everything will be perfectly clear. But of course, not only do we have preferences, but we get attached, quite attached to these preferences. Not only do we have aversions, things we dislike, but we get quite attached and cling to the aversion, the pushing of it away, the blocking out, the shoving away. So what to do? Well, this poem appears to offer us a pointing of the way. So let's return to it. Tuesday we had Carol and Shanae and Russ help us out by reading the first third of the poem. And so we'll move into the second third of it today, just to hear it. And again, want to hear from some different voices. So Jason, will you help us out by being the first reader for us.
The arising of other, gives rise to self. Giving rise to self generates other. Know these seeming to as facets of the one fundamental reality. In this emptiness, these two are really one, and each contains all phenomena, if not comparing, nor attached to refined and vulgar. You will not fall into judgment and opinion.
Thank you. Arising of other gives rise to self. Giving rise to self generates other. Interdependent arising, co-arising. Other and self. Self-appearing, other appearing, and knowing these seeming to, we begin to get a feel and a sense that these two as being separate and distinct, even if we can make them out and distinguish them as this is different than that, facets of one fundamental reality. These two are really one. And not only that, but each of them, even in our making the distinction, each contains all phenomena. We don't pick up our comparing mind. It says, you will not fall into judgment and opinion. I like this. Maybe judgment will still appear, and maybe sometimes judgment necessary and useful and skillful. Maybe opinion will appear, but this, you will not fall into judgment and opinion. I think another way of pointing at this kind of watch out, caution, danger zone of attachment. When we cling to, and then we're consumed by that clinging and fall into. Jason.
The great way is embracing and spacious. To live in it is neither easy nor difficult. Those who rely on limited views are fearful and irresolute. The faster they hurry, the slower they go. To have a narrow mind and to be attached to getting enlightenment is to lose one's center and go astray. When one is free from attachment, all things are as they are, and there is neither coming nor going.
Nudging us toward, hinting at, saying, hey, open to it, check it out. It's embracing and spacious. In contrast to the narrow, constricted mind that we take up when we cling or attach or shove or block or push away. Embracing and spacious versus narrow, self, other, good, bad. By the way, this teaching poem rampant with this recurring theme of this and that, this and that, this and that, oftentimes opposites. In my reading, I think I ended up counting, I think it was up to like 34 examples just appearing here. That tells us, pay attention to how our mind makes these distinctions of this and that, and then takes that to be all of reality. And then in doing so, fear appears, or being irresolute. It can be hard to keep our resolve when we're seemingly ambushed by all of these rampant opinions and views and thises and that's and these and those things, and how to sort it all out. We lose our way, lose our center, and go astray. Jason.
When in harmony with the nature of things, your own fundamental nature, you will walk freely and undisturbed. However, when mind is in bondage, the truth is hidden, and everything is murky and unclear, and the burdensome practice of judging brings annoyance and weariness. What benefit can be derived from attachment to distinctions and separations?
A good question to ask ourselves. What benefit? And check it out. Nyoze was yesterday talking about our practice place here being a lab and a great experiment. So observe with this great question. What benefit is derived from my own attachment to these distinctions and separations? Maybe it's great benefit. I don't know. Let me start paying attention to that. Test it, check it out. When in harmony with the nature of things, your own fundamental nature. Being in harmony with the nature of things, your own fundamental nature, not two, not distinct, not separate. The nature of things is our own fundamental nature, shared nature. Yet, we can find our mind in bondage, entangled, fettered, wrapped up, twisted, gnarled, and then it's to us, it seems the truth is hidden. And everything's murky and unclear. So again, to test it out, what benefit could that murkiness and unclearness and bondage and the truth being hidden be related to this attachment to distinctions and separations? Okay, Jason, how about one more?
If you wish to move in the one way, do not dislike even the world of senses and ideas. Indeed, to accept them fully is identical with true enlightenment. The wise person attaches to no goals, but the foolish fetters oneself. There is one Dharma without differentiation. Distinctions arise from the clinging need of the ignorant. To seek mind with the discriminating mind is the greatest of mistakes.
Thank you. This appearance of clinging again, this attachment, this clinging, reminds me of something I wanted to share that I've been struck by this week. That comes from our chanting of our meal verses. How this teaching is embedded within or encoded and appearing also within our chanting of our meal verses with each meal that we receive. May we be relieved from self-clinging with all sentient beings. That's the refrain over and over again throughout this Shinjin Day. As we desire the natural purity of mind to be free from clinging, we must be free from greed. Jason, I wonder if you'll pass that over and invite Rose to get ready to maybe read a couple coming up. But first, I want to turn to Andrew. You've got a sheet in front of you, Andrew. Would you be willing to read a couple of these, beginning with? It's the top of the back page. So rest and unrest.
Rest and unrest derive from illusion with enlightenment. Attachment to liking and disliking ceases. All dualities come from ignorant inference. They are like dreams, phantoms, hallucinations. It is foolish to try and grasp them. Gain and loss, right and wrong. Finally relinquish all such thoughts at once.
Here's a whole series: rest, unrest. Liking, disliking. Gain, loss, right and wrong. And the teaching here is, finally, have you had enough yet? Have you had enough yet? Not yet? Okay. But eventually, maybe finally, the invitation is to relinquish all of those thoughts at once. Andrew, read one more for us.
If the eye never sleeps, all dreams will naturally cease. If the mind makes no discriminations, the 10,000 things are as they are, of single essence. To realize the mystery of this one essence is to be released from all entanglements. When all things are seen without differentiation, the one self-essence is everywhere revealed. No comparisons or analogies are possible in this costless, relationless state of just this one.
There's a lot here worthy of time for reflection and deep study and practice here. But just a few comments. To realize the mystery of this one essence is to be released from all entanglements. To realize the mystery of this one essence is to be released from all entanglements. It's recalling what appeared toward the beginning of the poem. When the fundamental nature of things is not recognized, the mind's essential peace is disturbed to no avail. And now it's stated positively. Realizing, though, this mystery of this one essence, the fundamental nature of things, our own fundamental nature, is to be released from all entanglements, and the mind's essential peace is restored. And then this one self-essence is everywhere revealed, this says. Everywhere revealed. Everywhere. That fundamental nature, this mysterious one essence, Everywhere it's revealed. Open our eyes, and what we see is this one essence. Close our eyes, and what's there is this one essence. Open our mouth to speak, and we speak into it. There's a phrase that's coming to my mind right now from other days in the Christian scriptures. It's that in which we move and live and have our being. Everywhere it's revealed. How can we miss it? Everywhere it's revealed. And yet, we also hear the Dharma is rarely met with. The Dharma is rarely encountered even in 100 million thousand kalpas. Everywhere it's revealed. And it's so rare, so rare, so rare to meet it, to encounter it. How can these both be true? How can these both be true? What is it to encounter and meet the Dharma? And what is it to see this mysterious one self essence everywhere revealed? There might be a difference to be made in what attachment has to do with it, and the ways that our self-clinging can be like our self-clinging kind of scales that cover our eyes from being able to see this essence that's revealed everywhere, our true nature everywhere. Okay, Rose, are you ready? By the way, Rose, I wanted to share with you, in the talk I offered on Tuesday, I told a story about a horse named Wildfire, kind of commemorating the year of the fire horse. And as I was beginning to do that, I was thinking of your daughter because of the video you showed me of her standing and riding on that horse. Yeah. Okay, will you read? We've got two more here.
Okay. Consider movement stationary and the stationary in motion. Both movement and rest disappear. When such duality cease to exist, oneness itself cannot exist. To this ultimate finality, no law or description applies.
Yeah. It's saying, in this translation of it, it's saying like, try looking at it this way. See if you can feel into it, sense into it, and consider movement as being stationary. Consider stillness as being in motion. It's not two. It's just kind of softening the boundaries and distinctions of all of these dualities. And it's not just a philosophy, it's not just words, but it's nudging us toward true experience of this. And then, lest we get then attached to this idea of oneness or experience of oneness, it says, let go of that duality as well, even that. And then something else happens. This ultimate finality. No law or description applies. Words can't touch it because there's nothing outside of it. No standing outside of it in order to even be able to describe. Okay, Rose, take us home.
For the realized mind, at one with the way all self-centered striving ceases. Doubts and irresolutions vanish, and the truth is confirmed in you. And life is true, trust is possible. With a single stroke, you are freed from bondage. Nothing clings to you, and you hold to nothing. All is empty, clear, self-illuminating, with no need to exert the mind. Here, thought, feeling, knowledge, and imagination are of no value. In this world of suchness, as it really is, there is neither self nor other than self.
Thank you, Rose. For the realized mind at one with the way, all self-centered striving ceases. And the in you, verified, like in the bones. When our self-centered, self-clinging drops. And simultaneously, that's when this life in true trust is possible, because we discover in the truth that's confirmed in us and in our bones, we discover that true trust. Some Zen teacher said something like this. In Zen, there's nothing really to believe and everything to discover. And here it is again, like just like that. And just like that, you're freed from bondage. Nothing clings to you, and you hold to nothing. No more striving, and so no need to exert the mind. Instead, there's just a natural appearing that we can be in attunement with, almost, and sense and flow with that. And it's like an adaptive attunement through our senses, just through this trust in how life is functioning. This is an aspect of what we wake up to. It's, of course, all throughout pointing at this awakening, this enlightenment of waking up to this suchness, this oneness of things. Waking up to waking up to my own self-clinging, to my own attachments, waking up to my own aversions. Seeing them clearly, and even embracing them, in the sense of opening the arms, opening the hands of thought to them, to at least notice and receive them. And then upon doing so, it's like, sometimes like instantaneously like transformed. Even before the delusion, even before the self-clinging disappears, this liberation starts to show up. And a different kind of wakeful energy then shows up. On wakefulness showing up. I'll end with another that's appeared. This one now called Blessing for Awakening Humanity. This blessing for waking could pound on your door in the middle of the night. This blessing for waking could pound on your door in the middle of the night, could bang on your window, could tap dance in your hall, could set a dog loose in your room. It could hire a brass band to play outside your house, to wake you up. But what this blessing really wants is not merely your waking, but your company. This blessing for waking wants to sit alongside you and keep vigil with you. And this blessing wishes to be with you, to live in you. And so, though it is capable of causing a cacophony that could raise the dead, this blessing will simply lean toward you and entrust to you a song it sings quietly in your ear to lull you not into sleep, but into waking. It will tell you true stories that hold you breathless till the end. A breathlessness that restores your breath. It will ask you questions you never considered and have you tell it what you saw in your dreaming. Have you tell it your inmost request. And this blessing will do all within its power to entice you into awareness. Because it wants to be there, to bear witness, to see the look in your eyes on the day when your vigil is complete and all your effort has come to its joyous end, its joyous beginning. This blessing will simply lean toward you and entrust to you a song it sings quietly in your ear to lull you not into sleep, but into waking.